Hello, friends. Today, our lesson is about action verbs. And our learning target is I can use the present tense in written and spoken language. Let's go ahead and read it together. I can use the present tense in written and spoken language. Very good. So, what do you think is that horse doing? Yep, it is galloping, right? How about the ball? Bouncing. And the lady? She is rocking. Very good. Now, gallop, bounce, rock, all of those are action verbs. So what we are going to do now, I want you to pause the video and I want you to describe the image. I want you to especially concentrate on the actions that you see. So one example is the sun. The sun shines, right? So that is an action that I see. The sun shines. We don't see the wind, but the wind is probably blowing softly, right? Okay, so now it's your turn. So I want you to go ahead and pause the video and describe the image. Okay, so how about if we share something together, right? So let's go ahead and look at this lady right here. Yes, what is the lady doing? Oh, yeah, she is drawing, or in this case, painting the scene, right? How about the birds? What are they doing? And also the airplane? Flying. That's right. What about these people here at the bus stop? Yep, it's a vocabulary word that we learned from the previous unit. Remember? They are waiting. They wait for the bus. That's right. Okay, so just use your chat box to tell us more of what you have written on your own notebook. Action verbs. So, today we are going to be talking about action. Now, what is an action? Very good. Action are things that we can do. So, if actions are things that we can do, what are action verbs? Very nice. Yes, action verbs are actions, right? Things that we do. Very good. So let's go ahead and look at the definition for action verbs. This is written in our textbooks. So an action verb tells what the subject does. An action verb is the present tense. In the present tense, tells what the subject does now or does often. That's right. So something that you are doing now is learning, right? That is an action. Something that you do often is you go to school every day. So go to school, attend school. Yes, very good. Let's look at a couple of examples. Example one is my friend and I listen to music every day. So the first thing that I should do when I am confronted with a sentence is try to break it apart a little bit, okay? So let's go ahead and look for the subject first. Now, as you probably remember, the subject is who or what the sentence is about. So that's what I'm going to ask you. Who is the sentence about? Well done. Yes, my friend and I. We are the subject of the sentence. And what do we do every day? We listen. We listen to music every day, right? So our verb for sentence number one is listen, because that is what we do. Remember, action verb. Let's look at sentence number two. We dance to the beat. So what do? We dance. That's right. And that is the verb for the second sentence. Very nice. Let's continue. Okay, so we need to conjugate our verb, and usually this takes place when when the subject of the sentence is singular, right? So we add an s to the verb, to the action verb, when we talk about one other person, place, or thing. So when our subject is singular, then our verb needs to have an s most of the time, maybe 99.9% of the time, okay? So let's go ahead and look at this. That new song amazes me. So what is the sentence about? Correct, the new song. And what does it do? Amazes me. So singular subject, one song, singular verb, amazes, needs an s, right? So the subject and the verb agreed with each other in this sentence. What about sentence number two? Who is the sentence about? Correct, the singer. And what is the verb? Strut. Yes. So as you see, there is an S also with the verb because our subject is singular. Singular subject, add an S to the verb. Friends, I recommend that you take note of this so that later on you can refer back when we are doing our exercises. Now, we have to remember that there are different types of verbs. We have action verbs, we have linking verbs, and we also have helping verbs, which we sometimes call auxiliary verbs. So remember that because I use those two terms interchangeably, okay? And they are the same thing. So an action verb can have a helping verb and a main verb. Okay, so this is a verb phrase, right? When we have more than one, correct? So it could have two or three, sometimes even four verbs. Okay, so the helping verbs can, could, may, might come before the main verb, and they never, ever, ever get an S. So you never add an S to any of these helping verbs, okay? So remember that, no S. So let's go ahead and look at some examples, okay? So music can change the world. Let's look at our subject. What is the sentence about? Music, right? Now, is this subject singular or plural? You're right. It is a singular subject. However, look at our verb or verbs. So let's look at the sentence again. Music blank from the radio. Well, I'm not giving you a word bank, although I could, but I am not, because I want you to think about this, okay? So I could say music blares from the radio, because we already said that our subject music is singular, correct? So our verb blare needs an S. So it becomes blares. Music blares from the radio. Okay, let's look at number two. The DJ can blank the songs. Now, I am giving you here a helping verb, right? Which one is it? Can, yes. So, what should happen to my main verb? Do I need an S? You're right. We don't need an S for our main verb because we have the auxiliary or helping verb can there. Very good. So pause the video, take a few minutes, and complete the exercises, and then please submit it to me or your teacher. Good job. So let's go ahead and go back to our lesson. And the next is going to be an individual activity. So very similar to the one that you just finished, but this one is you and only you. And this one is actually a paragraph that you are going to rewrite. So let me just go ahead and click on it so I can open it. And we're just going to look at it. So I am giving you a very short, small paragraph, and I need you to choose the correct verb to complete each sentence. So just going to use the lines over here to rewrite that paragraph using the correct verb. And then I'm asking you to, at the end, add two more sentences. Okay? Yeah, because it's not totally complete. It needs one more detail and a conclusion sentence. That's right. So when you finish with this activity again, just go ahead and submit it to me or your teacher, and pause the video. Okay, friends, if you're back on this page, it's because you finished your activity. So now we have arrived at the end or to the end of our lesson. And our exit ticket is just one or two. You're going to choose one of them, okay? You can either answer number one or answer number two, whichever you like. Okay, so number one is, what did we learn today? And please give me a complete sentence. Today we learned about, or I learned about today. Okay, complete sentences. The second one is, when does the present tense happen? When does it happen? Okay, so just jog a couple of notes and send it to us. And thank you for your attention. I will see you next time.